Why are we all talking instead of getting our notes out and getting ready to learn?
Unless you're religious.
Yes, we're going to
Unless
actually
you're
learn.
a religious man.
Missing Quincy
It's a 1 year anniversary.
and Miles. Oh, nope, not anymore.
You have the underwear? The only thing I'm seeing is like then you have to
We have a lot of people absent last class. I hope you are getting caught up with your video watching because we are rolling on. Problem number 4 in P5. Problem number 4 in section P5. That thing running? That's all.
It is.
All right. Solve with the quadratic formula. All right, whenever they pay attention, totally love your enthusiasm. Try to focus and get some math done here. So who has an idea about this problem that says solve with the quadratic formula? Who has an idea?
You have to get everything that equals 0.
You do. So we're gonna move everything to one side. If you're going to do the quadratic formula, you need to have it set equal to 0. So there's a lot going on over there. Let's maybe do some distributive and collecting like terms over here. Remember when you distribute negative x, it's negative x squared minus x. And then I can call it, oh wait, he's gone. And those are gone. So I have 2x plus 3. Please catch my mistakes. Don't just blindly write down what I write, because I make a lot of mistakes. How does this look? All right, what's the quadratic formula?
Opposite b plus minus 4. And b squared minus 4ac over 2a.
And remember, the whole shebang is over 2a. And you have to know that. You have to know this formula. So I think most of you already know it. If you don't, get it learned. Put it on flashcards, note cards, quiz up, whatever you need to do, but get it learned. All right, in our problem, what's A? 3. What's B? And C. Here we go. Should be easy. X equals 8 plus or minus the square root of 64 minus 4ac all over 6. Is that all right? Okay, now let's clean up. This guy's called the discriminant. Let's clean him up. What are we gonna have under there?
184.
I think you're right, 184. Let's make sure everybody can get that. And then we gotta reduce that 184, and we gotta do it without our little cheating calculators, because we're not gonna use those little cheating calculators. I know 2 will go into it. 92 is even, so I know 2 will go into it. 46 is even. 23 is not even, or anything. So when I reduce it, I look for 2 of something, so I have 2 2s. I only have 1 more 2 and 1 23, so that's gonna become 2 root 46.
Yeah.
And then magnificently, this reduces
Yeah.
because all of these are divisible by 2. Remember, if all you had was this, you could not break down. You have to have all 3 positions. So our final answer is 4 plus or minus root 46 over 3. That look okay? With your partner, would you try doing the same thing with B and C? And I think I'm gonna have to come to the board. Because we can get them both out here. So you can come by yourself or you can come with a partner. You are using the quadratic formula. So you want to get your equation equal to 0 first. And C, it would be optional to multiply everything by 4 if you wanted to. You didn't have to do that. Go ahead, let's have some volunteers up there if we can. I'm going to return a few papers. Yeah, absolutely. I need both these down on the board, so if you are ready, go do it. We gotta stay on that board though because of the video.
You doing both, Miles?
No, he's not. Go ahead. I don't know, I'll put it up there. Where's the
He's doing
That's the check.
Oh, I know, sorry. Cause I switched it and then I forgot to delete it.
Wait, I know how to do it.
Go ahead and put anything you got. Make sure your name's on it.
When I do this, could you love them? You love what you're talking about.
Yeah, fraction of that.
1.2.
I have heard that.
Oh, it's 20 over 4.
No, we're gonna go, there's gonna be for every one HSC thing.
There might be more of them, but we're gonna sound
Yes. Right.
I already tweet, I already said it.
And then find out what's going.
I had to introduce you.
Here. Wait, we could Thank you.
All right, if you did not get something back that you're sure you turned in, please check the no name pile, which is under the paper towel roll back there, and put your name on it and turn it in. If you haven't turned something in, just get it done and get it turned in. All right, I did not do this problem because I was turning back papers. How's that look to everybody?
Good. What I
Looks
got.
good. Love that 77 right there. That's the year I graduated from high school, 1977. Isn't that cool? Right there it is. All
Where'd you go to
right.
high school?
Not around here. I'll tell you about my school experience from time to time, but I went all 12 years in the same building. Primary on the bottom, middle school in the middle, high school on the top, all 12 years in the same building. Had 58 in my graduating class, 40 of us were together all 12 years. In my class of 58, only 7 went to college. It was a very rural community. It grew up on a farm, as you can probably tell. And most of the kids, quite honestly, inherited the farm, stayed on the farm. There was manufacturing in the town where I grew up, Marathon Oil. It's the home base for Marathon Oil, so a lot of people, the rich people, worked for Marathon, or Cooper Tire and Rubber, or Whirlpool Corporation. So all that was located in that. So the people in my class either stayed on the farm, or they got jobs in those places, and only 7 of us ever.
Wait, what state is this?
My parents, it's in Ohio, northwestern Ohio, about 40 miles south of Toledo. my parents, just probably in the last, I can't remember now, time gets away from me, but within 5 years, my parents moved off the farm. They sold it and moved off the farm. So we no longer, and then Wawa came in and built a distribution center and wiped out the farm. My parents sold it. The people who bought it invested some money in it. They concreted the barn floors and that kind of stuff. But then Wawa bought all the land around and offered those people a lot of money. They took it, and Wawa came in, and so my home is no longer there. My whole life is
Have you been yet?
I know, it is sad. It makes me mad. I hate Wawa. Alright, now, I said when I wrote this problem up here, option was to clear out the fraction if you wanted to. I would 100% clear that fraction out if this were any number other than a 4. But because the discriminant, I have b squared minus 4ac, that 4 and that 4 will cancel. So it doesn't make it bad for you to read the fraction. Is that right?
That's what I got.
Yeah.
I think it is right. I love this, whoever did this, this is so tempting, isn't it? But you can't, so that's beautiful.
But why can't you?
Be careful here, that is actually written incorrectly. When they did it right, but we wanna make sure we're squaring the negative. There should never be, that number should never be negative under there. Jade, is your hand up? Nope. Are we good with that? All right, let's move on. Solve graphically with our calculators. Okay, let's get our calculators out. And we don't know who's been messing with our calculator. So just so we're all looking at the same picture, let's start with Zoom 6. And what that will do is what? What does Zoom 6 do? Just gives me a standard, normal, regular graph, right? Not any funky dimensions, just normal. That way we're all looking at the same picture. Okay, now I need to put in the absolute value of 2x minus 1. Anybody know how to do that? We're going to y equals, whoops, we're going to y equals, putting in an equation. Anybody know how to get absolute value? Math.
You go over the
Math. Press math. Go over to the number, click over to the number option, and it's the first thing there, see it? So we press the actual math button. Here. You got it? Yep. And then we type in what's in there? 2x minus 1. Remember, where do you get the x? Always the x comes from the variable, yeah, next to alpha. All right, now I'm going to go down and to y2 and type in x squared. And then I'm going to hit graph. And what's going to happen is I'm going to get a v and a parabola. And my job is to figure out where they cross. I don't know about you, but my graph is a little bit weird looking there. I can see the left side fine, but the right side's a little confusing to me. So let's make an adjustment in our window. Does anyone have a suggestion? Any ideas? I'm just kind of playing around with it.
No, I don't know. Maybe 7.
Second.
I was dying. I gotta shoot you.
Wow.
So, oh, he gets excited about this. We're trying to say
Retard zoomed in.
so big with it.
How many times is the intersection? No, twice.
Jamie. I got fans finally, and she was
All right, here's our issue, guys. My picture's all this stuff. Here's our issue. We can see this. Back to my standard window. We can see this. Okay, does yours look something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the question. This point is easy. Let's go ahead and find that one. That one's easy. So second trace, choose intersect, because we're finding out where they intersect, right? Have you guys done this before? And then we go on the first curve, and then we go on the second curve.
Hey, where do we do the first page?
If you hit second calc intersect.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay, it says first curve. So move the cursor, just start moving it to probably to the left. Just start moving it, and it's moving on the first curve. When you get to the left of the point of intersection, hit enter. And then go right at the point of intersection. Hit enter, and then go on the intersection, or close to it. I got, for this one, I got negative 2.414.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, here is my question. There are only two options here. One option is the line is tangent to the parabola. That is, the line only hits the parabola once. The other option is the line passes through the parabola and hits it twice. Okay? It's very close together. These 2 points are very close together. So we're trying to figure out what those points are. The left-hand side of the picture is finished. I already know that answer. I don't need to see that anymore. So I'm going to go to Window, and I am going to set my X minimum at 0. And I'm going to set my X maximum at, I don't know, maybe 3. I'm trying to narrow in on that space. Y minimum 0. These are clearly above the axis. I'll go ahead and make Y max 3 also. Now, if you use my window, which isn't mandatory, you can certainly use whatever window you want. I have my V coming down like this, and my parabola kind of doing this, right? Do you see that? Now, can I find this point right here? Yep, I still don't know what's going on here. I still have to figure that out, but I can find that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and second, trace, intersect. And go to my first curve, second curve thing. And I got that second point, that's this one right here. 0.414, how about you?
Yep.
0.414. Remember, we're solving for x. So even though there is a y coordinate given, I don't want it. I just want the x. All right, now, I'm still not sure what's happening over here. Would you agree with that? I'm still trying to figure this out. So, I really don't know what's happening here, but it's between about 1/2 and 1.5. So I'm gonna go back to my window, and I'm gonna change my x min to 0.5 and my x max to 1.5. And I'm gonna change my y's to maybe 1/2 and 1.5 also. Let's try that. Wow, you guys.
Give me the window. Mine's up there.
Says error when you try to do what? Alright, I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna have to spend some time with this problem because I'm not getting, I still can't tell what's happening there. I can't tell if I have 1 point or 2 points of intersection. So I'm gonna have to change my window, but I wanna take it up in more class time. I will work on that and get back with you. Let's go on to the next problem. We got 2 of our answers. I'm not sure. It could be either one. And I can't tell from my picture. So I'm trying to figure out, is it tangent or does it go through? Because see how it can't, it looks to me like it goes through. Because it's on top here and on top here.
Why is mine? Oh. Could you even tell Tommy at the door? You just make that public. Wait, do you actually think that's like that?
All right, let's try the next one, see if we have any more luck with the next one. And I will get back with you on that one. Let's look at the next one. Our window is all messed up. Go back to Zoom 6. And let's go ahead and type in this equation. Everybody know how to get a cube? You don't have a cube button, you have to do this little button, remember? That whole thing. Now, I only typed in one equation and it said equal to 0, so I'm not going to use my intersect. What am I going to do now? Take out the old equations put in the new equation, and then hit graph. And what are we looking for? Since I got it set equal to 0, I am looking for where it crosses the x-axis, right? So I go back to second trace, 0, left bound, right bound, yes. No question, one answer, 0.844. Okay, how about that one? Is that one okay with everybody? All right, let's try C. Another absolute value. All right, so how do you want to do C? You want to just leave it like it is? If we leave it like it is, we're going to put in two equations, absolute value, and all right, how many points of intersection do you see? One? Can you find it? You already have it? Oh, 4. Did you get 4? Now, let's go back to that problem I was screwing around with. We weren't having much luck figuring out what was going on. How about if we did this? Now we don't have to worry about it. So let's graph that. So y equals, clear out the old, put in the new. Redoing the first one, because I couldn't figure it out from the intersection, so I'm going to do it with zeros. When you graphed it, how many points of intersection do you see? Three of them, yeah. You see 3 of them.
The heck?
So this is a weird problem. It's got what we call, finally in calculus, a cusp. That's called a cusp. But having done the equation in this form, I can see 3 points of intersection. So I already, well, I erased one of them. I don't know, I had 2 of them already, so I need to find the third one. Okay?
Wait, can you explain again the solving of that? Like how, where did, like,
So I moved this over.
well, how'd you get rid of the 3?
No, this is, that was problem C.
Oh.
This is problem A.
Oh, I see.
I'm back on problem A because I was struggling, so I'm redoing it a different way, and now it's a little more obvious. Okay? All right, one more, guys. One more to graph, and then we'll do something even more fun. Oh, we'll do some more problems. All right, here we go. Let's graph D. It has a radical in it. come up with the solutions to D? Oh my gosh, that complicated equation came out to be a pretty simple picture. How many answers did you get? Two point eight two eight. Two point eight two eight.
Hello, Benny.
I knew you were gonna say that.
All right, did everybody get 2.82?
What?
2.828, something like that?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Gotta stay focused. Sometimes we have to just figure stuff out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta stay patient. Okay. All right, we're on page 7 now, trying to finish up P5. Number 7, the size of the soccer field. All right, what are we doing here? The field is 30 yards longer than it is wide, and the area is 8,800. All right, let's draw a picture. There's my soccer field. The area, that's 8,800. The field is 30 yards longer than it is wide. So x and x plus 30.
Yeah.
And then area is length times width. That look okay to everybody? So x squared plus 30x minus 8,800 is 0. Would that be my quadratic equation right there? Is that right? Now, let's not graph it, let's find a different way to solve it. Now, we'll need a calculator probably for the arithmetic. Let's find a different way to solve it. Anybody have any ideas? Quadratic formula. Now, we also, if you wanted to, this one is set up nicely. If you wanted to complete the square, you could. But you don't need to, you can use the formula. So x equals negative b. Some big numbers in there. Just for fun, is that number a perfect square? is a perfect square. I hear some talking, I hope we're focusing here. I don't wanna hear how hard word problems are when they show up on your quiz or test. There's actually two answers here, but the other one is going to be negative. So we're not gonna count it, it's extraneous. When I did my discriminant, I got that number, which is a perfect square. I didn't have that memorized, I typed it in, it's a perfect square. Negative 30 plus 190 is 160 divided by 2 is 80. So what are the dimensions of the soccer field? 80 by 110. Perfect.
Wait, where's the equal 80 come from?
Negative 30 plus 190.
Oh, no, yeah.
All right, let's draw a picture for the next one.
Oh, I thought that was just like the.
So here we go. We got the building. Here's our building. They're leaning a ladder up against the building. And it's an 18-foot ladder. The distance from the ground to the top of the ladder is 5 feet more than the distance from the building to the base of the ladder. So what you thought about?
5 plus X.
Perfect, Jimmy. Now what? What? The Pythagorean theorem. So x squared plus x plus 5 squared equals 18 squared. Perfect. Michael?
Yes.
What do I do now? Foil this out, very good, that is a foil, so make sure. I'm old, do it for a living, done zillions of them, I do that in my head. If you can't, it's okay, do it over to the side. Now what? Combine, clean up, let's get it set equal to 0. And then somehow you have to solve this. So probably the quadratic formula again. When in doubt, use your quadratic formula, it always works.
No, I know, I'm not.
I know, it's just that all right, one of these is gonna be negative, and I don't want that one, so I'm gonna do this on my calculator. Negative plus the square root of that number divided by 4. I got 9.980. I love confirmation from somebody. I didn't do the negative minus 1 because that's going to be negative. So negative 10 plus that over 4. Be careful because as so often the case, make sure you answer the question. How far up the building does the ladder reach? So I have to add 5 to that. So the actual answer is 14.980. Alright, we're going to do one more to try to keep people awake here. We're going to do one more. Here we go, number 61. Okay. A Norman window has the shape of a square. Or they drew it for you, so it looks like this. Find the width of the window. So this is X. If the total area is 200. All right, this is going to determine, head up Miles, this is women from girls, men from boys time. Here we go. We can do this. We need the total area. So that would be the area of the square plus the area of the semicircle, and that has to equal 200. What's the area of the square? X squared. How do we find the area of a semicircle? How do we find the area of a circle? Pi r squared.
Pi r squared.
So a circle is pi r squared. So a semicircle would be 1/2 pi r squared. Right? So let's look at our picture. This is R. What's R? 1/2 x, or x over 2, 1/2 x, half of x. So what is the area of the semicircle then? 1/2 pi times r squared?
Yeah.
Which is, see, that's x squared over 4, so 1/8 pi x squared, because that's 1/4 times a half, and that has to equal 200.
How'd you the radius get?
This is x, that's the diameter, so the radius is half of it,
Okay.
right? This problem is a little bit unusual. I'm going to go ahead and factor out the x squared.
Oh, okay.
These terms are both x squared. Normally, I erased it, but normally one of them is an x. But these are both x squared. So I'm going to go ahead and factor that out. And then divide by that parentheses. And then I'll just square root that. Let's see if you can type that in on your calculator. I factored out the x squared. That left me with 1 plus 1/8 pi. Divide that over. And I'll just square root that. So let's see if we can do that. Typing this in could be a bit of a challenge. $11.984 should be your answer. And that would be so I typed in the fraction, and I typed it exactly the way I wrote it. So 200 divided by parentheses, 1 plus 1/8 pi. And then I hit equals, and then I square root it down. Pi is over under 3. Did you get 11 point, anybody else get 11.984? That's the answer to my question. All right, we didn't quite finish P5, but we will next time. So you can start working on that homework or wait, I don't care, but I'll assign it tomorrow. No, that was great. Yep. All right, those of you that haven't signed up for Math Week, please remember to come back if you're going to do it.